Hey, peace and blessings, everybody. My name is Gerald Hassan, aka Mr. Shift Your Perspective. I want to first say that I'm glad to be back, one, and I really hope that this new beginning is definitely a more prosperous and productive chapter in my journey. And that, for me, I don't go through too much of anything and not learn something valuable for myself, because many years ago I have started the process of causing myself to instinctively look into myself as I go through different experiences in life to try to figure out what role that I play in a situation and how I could have made better decisions. And with that, I have been able to attain a lot of growth and have been able to evolve and elevate through the different elements and facets of life. And this beginning here is one where I believe Allah has put me in a position, I'd say not necessarily like but understanding that you can make a decision and the results of that decision could have been a many different things. So whatever the result was one that was decreed by Allah for you on your journey. And what didn't happen just wasn't decreed. That's what Allah tells us in the Holy Quran. And so understanding that the situations that my decisions had manifested caused me to definitely do a lot of self-checking and self-analyzation, and from that I have evolved and grew a lot, and much had to be given, or I had to submit and sacrifice much, or just allow things to move on, and with that submission, with that letting go, a lot of peace was attained. And so I do welcome my new journey. I do welcome the new rebuilding. I'm very excited about it. And today, I was having a conversation with a dear friend, and she was, we were just talking about my challenges, what I'm going through personally, as well as what she was going through personally, and we were just building basically, and it brought some things in mind. I said, well, let me reintroduce myself with this particular topic, which is leaning more towards the direction of things that I will be talking more about, and it is aimed more towards the people that I will be talking to. Now my aim and mission and objective is to uplift and raise and awaken a particular mindset of people. And I will get more into specifics about that in later videos. And today I actually plan to go live, and so I will speak probably real briefly more about that. But you'll get it, you'll understand, you'll see. But without even holding this up any further, because I'm known to be a little long-winded, and some of you don't have the patience to listen to things too long. So let me get on up in this. I already took about 4 minutes of your time. And so what I titled this topic as, "This just who I am." How many times have you heard an individual say that? And how many times have you yourself said, well, it's just me. This is who I am, but even to add more to that, how many times have you claimed certain things about yourself? Oh, I'm shy, or I'm smart, I'm slow, I'm aggressive, or I'm an angry person, or you just claim all these different things, especially when you claim it in a conclusive sense of saying, this is who I am, you're just gonna have to accept it or leave it, right? One of the issues or problems that I see in that is that claiming someone is reinforcing a subconscious program. And when you understand how your subconscious mind works, how it feeds and influences the conscious mind, and how the conscious mind then begin to manifest itself through your mouth, and then how your words begin to take life and starts to manifest itself, the power of itself, the power of the words through your actions, through what you then do, then through the way you represent what comes out of you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, some of us, when we say something, we feel binded to represent it. You know, I said it, now I gotta show them I meant it, right? I said it, so now I gotta represent what I said. I said it, so I can't let people see me in any other form other than what I've claimed, right? And so you then will see that when you begin to act out certain things, these things will begin to exhibit itself, or I would say solidify itself in the form of being your character. You know, then you'll begin to see all of what you continue to do. Like if you're hustling in the streets, the next thing you know, one might call you a hustler, right? But they're with street connotation. You know, if you just moving about all the time, you're always doing something, you can't never sit down, then one may say, well, you just a busybody. You know, if you're always laying around, it's like you never feel like doing too much of nothing, then a person may say you lazy, right? So my point is, when you do something to the extent to where almost everybody that comes across your path have that one thing to say about you, then you become the epitome of that particular description about yourself, because that is what they call the common denominator, you know, that everybody has about you. So there has to be some truth to it. It ain't just about a matter of different perspective. Now it's, with all these different perspectives, they all see that about you, right? So you have to get at some truth, right? You have to get at some weight. And understanding that character then begins to what? Begins to, what's the word I'm looking for? Begins to mark out or determine. That's the word I'm looking for. Your character will then determine, you know, your destiny in life, where you go, you know, and your destiny can be the next week. You know, you don't know how long you're going to live, right? You don't know how many opportunities you're going to get to start over and get it right. And that's the beauty of waking up to see another day, is that you can say, thank God, all praise due to Allah. I got another day to get right what I didn't get right yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, be thankful. But my main point that I'm making with all of what I just said is that it started in the subconscious mind. It started in that program. You know, it started in what people attribute to you. Man, you crazy. Oh, you crazy. You crazy. Oh, you selfish. Oh, you this or you that. And then next thing you know, you then start to embrace it and claim it for yourself. You know, I remember I heard Speaker Tony Robbins speak about individuals said they were shy. And he tell them, you know, how long have you, I forgot how he actually said it, but it was like, how long have you been claiming that? You know, that becomes a person's emotional home in a sense, you know? But he said, how long have you been claiming that? Someone else attributed, he said it another way, but somebody else gave you something about you and you've claimed it. How long have you been claiming that? You know, you need to come up on your own. Someone said that's what you are, and then you eventually over time probably heard it enough times to say, yeah, that's me. No, that ain't who I am. I'm just this. You know? So I say, man, we have to be careful about what we claim about ourselves. And last but not least, the way to stop claiming is to simply stop claiming everything. You know, be more open with your terminology. You know, I'm an evolving, and if you are going to claim something, claim great things. I'm a god. You know, I'm a king. I'm a queen. I'm a goddess. You know, claim things that produce life in you, that produce life in your mind. You know, you ain't no gangster. You ain't no nigga. You know, you ain't pardon my language, no bitches and hoes. You know what I'm saying? When I was, and I'm gonna close up with this, but when I was locked up recently, I hadn't been in a county jail since 98. 98, I was 21. I hadn't been in that environment a very long time, and at that time, I had a mindset and a perspective that was in consistency with what was going on. But to put me in an environment like that now was like you put me in a place where I'm totally out of place. And see, here's the thing that really made me out of place. See, had you put me in there with a bunch of people probably around my age, like, because they just mix everybody together, all the ages together. And the thing about it, more the people that are filling the counties and be filling the prisons are always going to be younger people. It's going to be the ages of 18 till about 27. That's going to be the biggest number in there. So I'm in a cell with predominantly people from the age of 18 to 21, though. You know what I'm saying? So not only am I far away from this mindset, we have a 2-generation gap. I done lived your age damn near twice. You feel what I'm saying? We got like what that is, 2 generations down there between us. You know, I think it's something like that, right? So there's a big gap in that. And one of the things that I hear these people claiming about themselves and to each other, this is how they address each other. You know, we are everybody black understands how we say nigga. Hey nigga, hey, what's up, nigga? Hey, you my nigga. Pardon my language. But they go further now. In there, in which I've been around young people for a lot. I like young people. But in there, these young people were saying, look how B, hey B, hey B. I'm talking this time, me and males talking to each other. But it's like, this is how they address each other. Even on the phone, when they would talking to their partners or their women. So you know if they call each other B all day, they don't call their woman B all day. You know what I'm saying? And this is the language. B, H, it's a language that's not a love language. It's a language of self-hate and destruction. And we wonder why we have the level of pain and violence we have, because violence comes from pain. And when you don't have true love in you, then you become comfortable with pain. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're used to. You understand what that is. You familiar with that. But somebody brings some real love to you, you shun it. You get away from it because it begins to disrupt that with which you comfortable with. You know? And so, in closing, that's what I want to say. I mean, you have to be careful about what you claim about yourself, because you then begins to exhibit that which you claim. It first comes out your mouth, then it becomes in your action, and then it becomes your character. And your character then begins to either limit you or it begins to break all the limits. The sky ain't the limit. The universe becomes the limit. And maybe not even that, right? So as long as you don't have no limit, then you can go as far as you can go, but you have to watch how you claim certain things about yourself. So that's what I would emphasize today, and enjoin on all of you who may listen to this. Peace and blessings, and I pray that my words will receive in the best light, because surely all truth comes from Allah and all incorrections come from our own soul. So pardon me, and peace and blessings.